So I know that I'm a little bit late to the party, but a couple weeks ago, EQBank launched a new and very interesting product, the Notice Savings Account. The name is pretty self-explanatory. Essentially, you open up an account, and whenever you need to withdraw money, the money can be withdrawn in 10 days, 30 days, based on the notice period for the account. And in return, you get some of the highest interest rates in Canada. For a 30-day Notice Savings Account, you're getting 5% interest rates, which if we're just talking strictly non-promotional interest rates, that's the highest in Canada. Obviously, there's banks like Tangerine or Simply that once in a while will offer insanely high interest rates, but those are promotional offers. With a solid 5% interest rates, there are some caveats. The only other bank that offers 5% interest rates for their savings account is Koho. And it's not free. You have to pay at least $4 a month to get 5% interest rates on your bank balance. See, right now in Canada, there's a couple banks that gives you at least 4% interest rates, like the regular EQBank savings account or Wealthsimple Cash. So to make $4 a month from Koho worth, you need to have at least $4,800 in your Koho savings account. Actually, it's going to be more like $5,000 or $6,000 because you're going to need to pay income tax on your interest. Of course, with the EQBank Notice savings account, whether it's 10 days at 4.5% or 30 days at 5%, no minimum balance is required, which is a big advantage because with Koho, if you don't constantly have a couple $1,000 sitting inside your Koho account, you're losing value. And honestly, I think that these new Notice savings accounts are actually pretty solid products and people should at least consider using them. Now, we talked about the pros of the new Notice savings account. Let's talk about the cons before I get into how I think these accounts should be used. First of all, the Notice savings account isn't as flexible as a regular savings account. You'll need 10 days or 30 days of notice to take your money out. So if you have urgent needs for money, these accounts wouldn't work. One of the main strengths of the regular EQBank savings account is that you can basically use it like a checkings account. You can pay your bills, receive and send e-transfers, immediately transfer money to your EQBank cash card, and withdraw money from any ATM. Well, with the Notice savings account, you can't do any of that, which makes sense because you need to put in a notice period to withdraw your money. However, money inside the Notice savings account is still much more liquid than money inside GICs. I think right now the highest 1-year GICs are like 5.05%. I mean, EQBank is offering 1-year GICs at 4.7%. By the way, today is August 8th, 2024, so the rates might change in the future. But as of this moment, the 5% interest rates for the 30-day Notice savings account is almost just as high as the highest interest rates for GICs right now. So if I can take my money out in 30 days instead of 1 year for 1-year GICs, I don't really see any reason why you should buy GICs right now other than the fact that you can buy GICs inside TFSA, which shields you from taxable income. So now that you get the basics of what the Notice savings account is, here's the important thing. How should you use this account and who should be using this account? That 10 to 30 day delay for withdrawing your money isn't a lot of time, but emergencies happen and sometimes we don't have 10 days or much less 30 days. Personally, I'm more interested in the 30-day Notice savings account because I think the extra 0.5% is actually worth it. So here's how I would use the account. Let's talk about your emergency fund. The common belief is that we should hold about 3 to 6 months of emergency fund. Personally, I'm more of a believer of the higher end, more like 6 months, cause the economy right now is tough, man. You have layoffs happening all the time in the corporate world. So because of that, right now in 2024, I think 6 months is like the bare minimum. So what I would do is I would keep 3 months of emergency funds in a regular savings account, whether that's Wealthsimple Cash or EQBank regular savings account. That money will be liquid. You can take the money out whenever you need. The other 3 months of the emergency funds, I would take the advantage of the 5% interest rates for the 30 days Notice savings account. But why would I suggest 3 months of an emergency fund inside a regular savings account instead of just 1 month? Because technically that 1 month emergency fund inside your regular savings account should last you enough time before you get more money from your 30-day Notice savings account. That's true, but the thing is, if an actual emergency happens and you need to take out a large sum of money, at least you'll have enough inside your regular savings account. So for me, I set aside about $30,000 for my emergency fund, so I would consider putting $15,000 of that inside EQBank's 30-day Notice Savings account. Another reason to use the Notice Savings account is if you're self-employed and need to file taxes at the end of the year, the 30-day Notice Savings account is one of the best ways to put your money somewhere almost risk-free and grow at a 5% interest rates, and towards the end of the year, pay your taxes. Since your money is insured up to $100,000 from the CDIC, the money in this account is almost risk-free. That's exactly what I do, because personally, I have a 30-day Notice Savings account where I put a portion of my YouTube earnings inside the savings account. And towards the end of the year, this account is basically what I pay to the government for taxes. And what the heck, it grows at 5% interest rates. And because I'm using this money to pay for taxes, it's not like I need the money within 30 days. You see, if I bought a GIC, the timing could be a little bit awkward. I can't just buy GICs whenever I get a paycheck from YouTube because the maturity times will be different. With the 30-day Notice Savings account, I can just put a portion of my side business income into the account every single month, and towards the end of the year, make a large withdrawal for taxes. Not to mention, the interest rates for the 30-day Notice Savings account is just as high as any GICs right now. So yeah, I believe those are the two best ways to utilize the Notice Savings account. Putting 3 months of emergency funds, or putting a portion of your self-business income into the account for tax purposes. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you're interested in signing up for EQBank, use my link down below to get $20 when you first deposit $100 into EQBank. Anyways, that's it for today. So yeah, like and sub if you find this video helpful. And if you're new to the channel, I make financial tips for Canadians in my long form content and financial comedy in my shorts. With that said, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.